Welcome to conference at our secret space. Conference has been on why Ashtanga, all the different things you could be doing to keep yourself vibrant and healthy. Why did you choose Ashtanga yoga? And probably one of my favorite teachings was last week to talk about this as your practice. You could have turned right, you could have turned left, but this would have been on your path, and you have a relationship with your practice. It belongs to you. You're responsible for it. And I compared it to a marriage or a relationship you have even with a person. You remember falling in love, and you remember different chapters where it was less exciting than others, and hard times, and joyful times, and shifts and changes that happen when you're in a long-term relationship. And I think the most beautiful thing is that we know, for me as a practitioner and also as a teacher, like I know I have this practice throughout the different things and chapters of my life that are joyful times, and this is something that brings me even more joy or heightens that. And also during the most challenging times of my life, or when I'm not sure of something, I really have felt like this has always been an anchor for me, and so much so I've wanted to share that with others and teach this as a practice, and always encourage each one of you out there that I'm just a light on your path, but that this is your practice. It belongs to you, and you have a beautiful abhyasa, long-term relationship with it. So for me, I have this relationship also with teaching, and in my years of teaching, I have taught at other places. I have taught at big studios. And at one point I decided that I wanted to have my own school, a Shala of my own, and to do all the things and make it special, and these teachings are included in that, and the ways that I wanted to share this with people. And in that journey, I started the Pacific Ashtanga Yoga Shala almost 14 years ago now. And as part of my path, we've had 3 different spaces we've been in. I've expanded and I've contracted, and I have changed the way that I have the altar or the Buddhas that are in it, but always the teachings have been this stable, beautiful light on my path. But also there's always this change that most of you that have known me for this long or have known the Shala, it goes through changes like everything else. And so I'm excited to share with you that on my path, abhyasa, the sadhana, this practice, and as a teacher, that I'm excited to say that I'm expanding. The light of the lightning bugs, a mangrove tree we call school, we call Shala, is now expanding to the edge of our beautiful building and ocean to include the Pacific Health and Wellness Center. The quote for this week is by Mary Oliver, and Mary Oliver passed last week, and I wanted to read a poem of hers to honor her. She was such a light on my path, on so many of our paths, and continues to be with her words such a bright light. And as well, this particular poem, I feel, is an inspiration for this expansion and the light that we're growing here without walls. The world I live in. I have refused to live locked in an ordinary house of reasons and proofs. The world I live in and believe in is wider than that. And anyway, what's wrong with maybe? You wouldn't believe what once or twice I have seen, and I'll just tell you this. Only if there are angels in your head will you ever possibly see one.